Super Bowl predictions. Okay, so
Woo.
the season's practically getting dealt with now. You know what I mean? Uh, Usually I have my two screens right now. I'm doing everything off the laptop so I can get my computer back. So right now, obviously the Bills, Chiefs, Chargers, Ravens, Steelers. Woo! The Steelers, man, I forgot about them. Hey, hold on. Put full screen real quick. What take the super what is your before we get it, what is your guys take on the Steelers right now? You think they're gonna scare somebody in the playoffs? Or you think this is just a one and done?
Any quarterback named Sierra ain't doing nothing.
Yo! Oh,
I think they so the thing, but
and Bills is dead ass. He's not even trying to smile.
Yeah, I'm so dead serious.
I'm sorry, Sly. Go ahead, sir. I'm on mute.
so they the thing in order to Pittsburgh to do anything, they would have had to get win the division and like be a top get some home game, be a top two seed in the conference and make any noise. I think they dropped. Didn't they drop down to what the fifth? They dropped down to the fifth seed or something like that.
Yeah, they played a
Either,
wild card.
yeah,
In.
I think they offense just can't put up enough points. I think it's that simple, man. Russ doesn't really do good in the red zone. Yesterday George Pickens was I don't know what George Pickens was on yesterday. He just I don't know, man. That something weird going on. George Pickens just didn't look right. Like he one of the more talented receivers in the league, and he just dropping passes. He looked like he wasn't. I don't know. Look, their timing was off or something, but it just didn't look good, man. I don't know. I think Pittsburgh is cooked, but yeah, I don't know. Like you said, I don't think nobody's scared of Pittsburgh. I think they're a team that you probably want to see in the first round. Like you confident going against a team with shaky quarterback play and I have tough time scoring touchdowns in the red zone. And I mean, I think Pittsburgh is cooked though.
Also, before I get to the Super Bowl predictions here, I see the Lions, Vikings, and Packers are all in the wild card. What's that about? The Vikings and Lions, 14-2, and then the Eagles are 13-3. Are they doing
I think it's not set yet.
mm,
Is that I think this
is the
the
Lions and Vikings
NFC.
only play today?
The Lions and Vikings tonight at 8:20
Okay, so
Eastern.
that's
Sorry, 8:20 Eastern.
okay. That's the
Yeah.
deciding. All right,
Yep. Yep.
so now NFL Super Bowl predictions. Sly, you rocking with your Bills? You think they're gonna take it all the way?
This is tough, man. We was talking about this yesterday. I mean, we had a little big little families out at the restaurant and all that. So I did have time to kind of talk and think about it, but this is a tough one. But I got Buffalo and Philly, man. I got Buffalo and Philly. I do think obviously Kansas City in the playoffs is just tough. Um Detroit's another one. Detroit's tough. That offense is just so lethal. But I do think that a conservative Josh Allen with his head on his shoulders is gonna be really tough, man. And just thing with Philly is also super dependent on Jalen Hurts being healthy. So if Jalen Hurts is healthy, I got Philly. If Jalen Hurts isn't healthy, I got Detroit though. Let me make that clear. If Jalen without a healthy Jalen Hurts, I got Detroit. So I do think it's tough though, and I do think people sleeping on Minnesota. Like I think Minnesota could very well end up in the Super Bowl, and I would not be surprised. But yeah, I got Buffalo and Philly pending Jalen Hurts though.
Okay. Me, I'm just gonna be straightforward with it. This is gonna be one of those takes where if it goes well, you know what I mean, you're gonna hear me wagging my fingers saying I told you so. So I'm gonna be honest when I say Minnesota Ravens. That's
Mm, I ain't mad at it.
okay. Now, part of the Minnesota thing is depends on what happens tonight with the Lions. If the Lions beat them, the Lions are going to take their spot. But as of right now, I'm going to say Minnesota, and it's only because the defense that they have, bend don't break. They got Flores over there. He's going to game up some stuff, and Sam is playing great. Now he's not playing MVP. He's not playing, superstar. He's just doing what he's supposed to do. And this is a new thing for him. And I think some of the players on that team, experience isn't on their side, but we see the Minnesota Miracle, right? Case Keenum, all it takes is one blunder in a tight game, and Minnesota can pull it out. Now, for Detroit, the only reason why I said it really depends on tonight, Detroit, they've got so many injuries and they still just whipping ass and taking names. If they beat Minnesota tonight, sorry, it's going to be Detroit Ravens. And another reason why I'm picking the Ravens this year, praise be to, you know what I mean? God, Allah, whoever you want, the creator, whoever you want. If they just play the same way they played all year, they're going to be hard to beat. The defense is still suspect, but your defense is going to get beat the hell up having to having to contain Derrick Henry. And then you got to worry about those wide receivers. Hey, shout out to Zay Flowers, Pro Bowler. Good job, young man. I like it. But that's where I rest my case. What do you say, Mills?
I got Ravens, and the only reason why I feel this year the Ravens will do it is Derrick Henry. I think if you control the line of scrimmage, I think if you run the ball the way that you need to, time of possession, you can beat the Bills. You could definitely beat the Bills because you're gonna have to see them in Buffalo. So you have to run the ball anyway. And then you go to Kansas City, and then with Kansas City, same thing. Control the line of scrimmage and run the ball, and then not turn over the ball. If they don't turn over the ball, they could beat Kansas City. Um, Now the NFC is gonna be tough. But the Lions defense and the injuries that played a part for the Lions is the reason why I got the Eagles going. Um, the Eagles got have the line of scrimmage. They got the line. They got the D line. They got the defense. And Saquon Barkley just changes a whole different ball game. Now it all just leads to Jalen Hurts not turning over the ball, but if he just gives the ball, does what he needs to do, give it to the bell cow. The bell cow going. Listen, you can stop Saquon for the first 3 quarters, but we all know when that fourth quarter hit, it's GG's. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens, and I'm gonna go with the Eagles. And I think to me, it'd definitely be a fun situation.
Okay.